What's up guys, it's me Vivi and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts video. So this time I'd like to discuss something in particular. I want to go over this particular scene from Dream Drop Distance. When Sora falls into his own dream in the world that never was, Xehanort starts explaining everything that happened up until Dream Drop Distance. For those still confused about the world that never was, that world is in the realm in between. Sora was no longer in the sleeping realm at that point. As for Riku, he was still within Sora's dream. That's how it was throughout the whole game until he faced Ansem Seeker of Darkness. So what happened is the following. Sora fell asleep. His actual body was present within his own dream, in a dream where Riku was present, but in that dream Sora fell asleep again. That's why Riku saw his body floating. He saw Sora asleep. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to go over that quick. Now Sora asks Young Xehanort a question. He tells him, "How do you know I'd be here today?" I'm assuming he's talking about the whole thing that happened in the realm of sleep, the Mark of Mastery. The way he explains it is, he says, simple. Then we see Kairi just floating, like she did in Kingdom Hearts 1. That's pretty much what happened in Kingdom Hearts 1, when her heart went inside Sora. Young Xehanort was going over past events to explain what was going on. Okay, we see Kairi floating. The word simple, but what does it mean? What's the answer? How did he find out about the realm of sleep? Xehanort used Kairi as bait. Xehanort never knew about the realm of sleep and all these activities until he sent Kairi to Destiny Islands. Now yes, technically speaking, the spell Aqua put on Kairi could have sent her to Destiny Islands without Xehanort interfering, but Xehanort made sure that that would happen. Now was this ever explained? Yes. Ansem's Report 11. When Xehanort had stolen Ansem's identity, he wrote reports from 2 to number 13. If we read the last sentences. If the princesses and the keyblade are connected, they should resonate. I have chosen a girl. I don't know if she holds the princess's powers, but I will find out. She may lead me to the key bearer. I shall set her free and observe. How did he know that Kairi was a princess of heart? Two things. The light that was present within Kairi, or it had something to do with Aqua's spell, which would take Kairi to another light, a light which would protect her. So we can say Xehanort's theory, or Ansem's theory, if you want to be more precise, was partially correct. Maybe Kairi ended up at Destiny Islands due to Aqua, or maybe she ended up in Destiny Islands due to Xehanort primarily. But wait a second, why didn't Kairi gets sent to Disney Castle? I mean, there's Mickey, he's a key bearer, he's part of the Seven Lights. Why not him? Maybe it has to do with the connection Aqua had with young Sora when she visited Riku and Sora on Destiny Islands? Maybe. That could explain why she went to Sora and Riku instead. Now technically, I think Kairi got sent to Riku because he was put through the inheritance ceremony by Terra. There you go. Riku was going to become a keyblade bearer in the future, right? That is why Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, the guy under the robe, he had set out his eyes for Riku first. He felt something about Riku. He knew he would wield a keyblade someday. And for what reason? Why set eyes on Riku? To join the 13 Darknesses, the true Organization 13. Well, let me be a bit more precise here. To make sure that the events in the future would happen, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, he knew that he would have to possess Riku and gain a body from him. So not only in his mind he thought, hey, he's going to be part of the true 13 Darknesses in future. To do that, I'm destined to take over his body. Is there any proof that he had set eyes on Riku first? Yes, we have a scene from Recoded. It's a memory. Ansem opening a corridor of darkness for Riku. Riku wanted to explore other worlds, right? So he did him a favor. Why do that? In exchange of releasing darkness to Destiny Islands. I will talk about this very soon. Next, in the future, once they found out that Riku was able to control the darkness, they moved on to Sora as their next target. When we saw Ansem as a floating heart under the robe, he had gone through time. He had planned this from the very beginning. And remember, to time travel, a version of yourself must exist in the destination you seek. Once you do that, you have to sacrifice your body. You're simply reduced to your heart. So by doing that, he met his past self, Young Xehanort. He had told him to find other versions of himself to form the true Organization 13. Once that was done, Ansem, under the robe, he went back to Destiny Islands. Before before it was getting destroyed. Here's why. Once Ansem found out about Sora and Riku, that they would enter the sleeping realm in the future, he knew that Destiny Islands would have to fall into darkness. How did he find out about this? All I can think of is Young Xehanort. Time travel is all I can think of. While Young Xehanort was looking for versions of himself, he found out about what Yen Sid was going to put Sora and Riku through, the Mark of Mastery and everything, right? Once he found out, he went back to Ansem. Wait, how did he find Ansem? After finding out what Yen Sid was up to? Simple, they're connected. We're talking about the same people here, just like how we found different versions of himself. That's it. Anyways, once that was done, once he went back to Ansem, he told him, hey, you have to plunge Destiny Islands into darkness, so that Sora and Riku from the future enter the sleeping realm. That's how they entered the sleeping realm. Sora and Riku, they physically went back to Destiny Islands. Yen Sid turned them young and took them back in time to, you know, kinda restart their journey of wielding the keyblade. When Destiny Islands fell to the darkness, they used that to get yanked to the future. And yes, Destiny Islands was a sleeping world. And this future they got yanked to is a future where some worlds were asleep. I did make a video going over this in more detail, maybe you'd like to check it out. The link will be in the description below. Now, okay, Ansem, he went back in time, and then went back to Destiny Islands before it got destroyed. Did Ansem remember going back in time? And why am I saying this? Because the rules of time travel in Kingdom Hearts state that if you travel back, and then go back to your original timeline, you forget everything that happened. So whether or not Ansem forgot what he did or not, I don't think it makes a difference here. And why? Because of Young Xehanort. And as for Young Xehanort, he remembers everything. He never went back to his original timeline until the ending of Dream Drop Distance, where all of the members went back to their original timeline. Now, going back to what I just said, Ansem forgetting what he did or not, it doesn't matter because Young Xehanort met him and told him. He saw a bunch of things in the future. And I'm sure Ansem believed him that he was him from the past. I mean, Young Xehanort believed Ansem, who came from the future, right? So the same thing applies for Ansem. Why did Ansem say yes to plunging Destiny Islands to darkness? Because Young Xehanort told him by doing so, his plan would be set in motion despite a few hiccups. Sure, Young Xehanort, told him a few things, but I don't think Ansem did everything 100% accurately. He took a few risks here and there. Remember Ansem opening the Corridor of Darkness to Riku? Maybe that wasn't part of the plan. Maybe that was Ansem just doing his own thing, making sure that what Young Xehanort said would happen in the future. And just like what the Master of Masters said to Ira, you can't change what's destined to happen. If you want to avoid the Keyblade War, it's not possible. Whatever you do, even if you try and avoid something, the final result will still happen. Young Xehanort even said you can't change what's destined to happen. Out of all this, the final result Xehanort wants to happen is the clash between the 7 Lights and 13 Darknesses. Whatever Ansem went through, his backup plans and everything, taking over Riku's body, what he did, it's still gonna lead to what's coming. So even if Ansem didn't follow everything accurately, whatever he did, he still managed to reach what was destined to happen. Once Ansem found out that he would have to plunge Destiny Islands in the darkness, he waited for Sora and Riku from the future to show up. Once they showed up, he put the sigil on Sora so that Xehanort would find Sora in the realm of sleep. That's just what I think. If you disagree, share your thoughts in the comments. After that was done, he just went back to his own thing and dealt with Sora and Riku from the Kingdom Hearts 1 timeline. So in the end, Kairi was the key to Xehanort's master plan. By finding Riku, he would set his plan in motion. Young Xehanort perhaps told him to do so even. Hey, keep your eyes on Riku, you have to do that if you want all of the events I saw in the future happen. So yes, Young Xehanort also played a very major role in this. Not only did he keep an eye on Sora, he made sure that Ansem would make all of this possible, even if the final result is still destined to happen. Everything that happened in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, like I said before, it was all a backup plan. Xehanort thought of, hey, I want to try something with the Princess of Heart. Why not get Maleficent involved in this? Let's see what's gonna happen. It failed. No worries. Same goes for Organization 13 made by Xemnas. He knew the whole plan this whole time. Trick members into thinking that by building Kingdom Hearts, they would get their own hearts. They were all manipulated. They had the ability to grow their own hearts. No one knew that. So at the same time, in Kingdom Hearts 2, these members, they were tested to see if they were worthy enough to join the true Organization 13 that we saw in Dream Drop Distance. Now look, we don't know how much Young Xehanort told Ansem. Probably not much, but the Princesses and Organization 13 by Xemnas, I think that was just Xehanort without the influence of Young Xehanort. You know, just doing his own thing. We can also say that Xehanort, Xemnas, Ansem, they took risks. But in the end, whatever is destined to happen, it's still gonna happen. Hey, who knows, maybe Young Xehanort time traveled to the final event, the clash between the 7 Lights and 13 Darknesses. Kingdom Hearts 3 will be the final game, which focuses on Xehanort. So Young Xehanort probably already knows that they're going to lose. Hey, they can't do anything about it, it's destined to happen. There you go. But think again, Xehanort is doing all this simply to uncover the secrets of Kingdom Hearts. That has been his true goal since Birth by Sleep. So with that being said guys, I'm gonna end it right here. So as usual, if you have any thoughts or questions, if you got confused in some parts, mention it in the comment section below. And as always, I've been Vivi and thank you for watching.